That's not bad, right? There's some DNFs. I just get lost in the sauce. Well, hello. Welcome back to my channel. Just Shauna here to talk about some friggin' new releases. Did I fake anybody out with the not saying friggin' books? They are friggin' books, but you know, they're new releases. I'm just gonna do a check-in to see how I am progressing with reading the new releases I had on my anticipated releases list. It's currently June 21st when I'm recording this, and all the books that I was looking forward to through the whole entire month of June are out now, so let's see where we are at. So, okay, how many did I have? So 13 books I had for anticipated releases from January through June. Of these 13 books, 8 have been at least picked up. There's some DNFs, but I at least picked up and attempted 8 of them. So that's good. Of those 8, how many did I actually read? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DNF 2, and actually 1 I lost interest in of the total 13. So okay, the first one was Daughters of Izdihar. I did read that. I didn't love it. I gave it 2.75. It was just not for me. The next one in January was God Killer by Hannah Connor. That one I'm still interested in. I just haven't picked it up yet. Spice Road by Maya Ibrahim is the one that I've kind of lost interest in. I don't know. I haven't heard that much about it, and I already wasn't super jazzed about that one. It wasn't like at the top of my list or anything. It was just one that I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. But I've just heard like nothing about it really. I don't know. Maybe. Next is from February, The Beauty Trials by Danielle Clayton. I did go to pick that one up. I ordered it, the ebook, and I went to start it, but I realized I need to reread the first 2 books in that series because it's been so many years waiting for this third book. So I am currently listening to, on audio, The Bells, the first book in the series, and then I will move on to the next one, and then I'll get to this. So definitely still interested in it. And then in February, The Adventures of Amina AlSarafi by Shannon Chakraborty. I actually had read that one last year from the NetGalley e-arc. I gave that 5 stars. I ordered a copy. I have the special edition. I quite enjoyed that. And then in March, The Lies of the Ajungo by Moses Ose Utomi. I read that. It was like novella, and I read that on ebook, and I enjoyed that. I gave it 3.75. I didn't love it, but I am anticipating anything full length that this author comes out with. I would be very interested to see what a novel from them looks like. And then another novella by Fonda Lee, Untethered Sky. I read this one from NetGalley. This one I quite enjoyed as well. I gave it 4.25 stars. Very good time with that. And it made me more excited for other books to come out from Fonda Lee, because previously all I had read, I think all she had published, is the Greenbone Saga. So made me very excited for other worlds and other kinds of stories from her that, you know, she's not just like a one-trick pony as far as the style and genre of fantasy world. And then another NetGalley e-arc that came out in May, Dragonfall by L.R. Lamb. I did DNF that one. Whoopsie daisy. Just wasn't for me. I got like 50 or 60% into it. Kind of a bummer because I was pretty damn excited about that one. The premise just sounded so cool and so fun, but just didn't really work out for me. And then in May, there was Nigeria Jones by E.B. Zaboy. I have not heard anything about this. Granted, it is contemporary, I think. Or is it like contemporary fantasy? I don't know. I just haven't heard anything about it. And I haven't lost interest, but it just was one that I like E.B. Zaboy's writing, but the premise of it was kind of like, am I gonna like it? I don't know. I think it is fantasy, but I think it is contemporary fantasy. And yeah, I'm still interested. I haven't written that one off or anything. And then also in May, The Water Outlaws by S.L. Huang. This one I'm still interested in. Again, I have not heard anything about it. I haven't seen anybody talking about it. That's not to say that these books aren't being talked about just because I haven't seen it, but I'm just explaining why I'm not like as antsy, I guess. Like they're still on my radar, but I'm not itching to get to them, you know? And then in May, we had The Battle Drum by Sada AlSarafi, book 2 in the Ending Fire trilogy. I did have an e-arc of that, and I read it, and 5 stars, loved it so much. Already have my special edition from Goldsboro, and my regular hard copy that Elle actually has now, but yeah, thoroughly enjoyed. And then getting into June, The Surviving Sky by Kritika H. Rao. This one is like fantasy, sci-fi. I was definitely like hesitant about this one just because sci-fi, sci-fantasy isn't always my jam, but it sounded cool and the cover is so pretty. Oh my God, so fucking pretty. But I DNF'd this one kind of early, like 10 to 20% into it, I want to say. Just wasn't vibing with the main characters, either one of them, and like what was going on. And just with sci-fi stuff, I just get lost in the sauce with all the science explanations of things. I'm like, what? I don't know. I don't understand. And actually, that is it, because the last book that I was like, wait a minute, I have this author's newsletter, and I definitely get behind on my emails and haven't seen one of the newsletters in a minute. But I was like, I haven't seen that this actually got published. And that's because it hasn't. The book in question is The Heroes Equinox by Antoine Bondelay. This is book 3 of the T.J. Young and the Orishas trilogy, or series. I don't think it's just a trilogy. And I'm really enjoying this. It is a young adult series, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't think it actually did get published yet. So I need to go catch up on the freaking newsletter. I'm so sorry, Antoine. I suck at life. So actually, there's only 12 that, to my knowledge, have been published. So out of those 12, 8 of them I have at least picked up. 5 of them I have actually read and completed. So yay! I think that's all right. I think I'm doing pretty good. That's not bad, right? At any rate, let me know how you're doing so far this year with any anticipated releases that you were excited about. Those that you were super excited about, especially, like, have you been keeping up on them? It's always hard because it's like we have so many backlist things. I am a rereader also, and there's just so many series, and then if there's like new, book 1 in a new series that you're excited about, but you're like, but I have these other series. It's a lot, so, it's easy to kind of get behind a little bit. I'm trying my best to keep up with the ones I'm really, really excited about. I try also to like keep my anticipated releases list reasonable, because there's obviously a lot more that have been put on my radar that like I want to get to at some point, but I have to narrow it down to the ones we're really, really jazzed about. Like, comment, and subscribe if you feel so inclined and you have not already. Of course, you can leave an emoji if you just want to say hey, but don't have anything further to add. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.